Los Angeles Rams visiting the Seattle Seahawks. I said this last week. Seattle is the best team remaining in the playoffs. And the Super Bowl is theirs if they play good football. Position for position, they've got the most talent. They're the most well-rounded. They've got good coaching. They check all your boxes. The run game has been on absolute fire with K9 and Charbonnet. You still got JSN. Shaheed has made how many game-changing plays as a punt and kick returner? And the defense is just a scary, scary unit. I would argue the best remaining in the playoffs. And if they play at all like they did last week against the 49ers, when they blew them out by like 35, I get the Niners are an injured team, but to blow any team out and put up a 40 bomb, that's saying something about what you got in-house. The keys to the game for Seattle, okay? Keep the ball out of Sam Darnold's hands unless it is a necessity. That he touches the ball, that he throws it downfield. You'll live and die off the run game in Seattle, off K9 and Charbonnet, who, to end the year, not just in this playoff run, but to end the year, have torn things up. And that's how Seattle has won games. That's how they won to close out the year. On the back of K9. That's how they beat San Francisco in Week 18 and got the bye. So, as much as you can, limit Sam Darnold. And I said this in the preview of the divisional round. And what did they do? 17 pass attempts for Sam Darnold. He completed 12 of them. If you saw that stat line, you'd be like, oh, what was the score? Yeah, 41-6 was the score. Because your special teams units will put you in good field position, might even score. Defense is always going to help you out. You can always bank on that. Mike McDonald's boys, always in good shape. And then the run game's good. And when you got to throw it, well, luckily you're throwing to arguably the offensive player of the year. Or Rashid Shaheed, who's a great deep threat. Or get this, Super Bowl winner, former triple crown receiver, Cooper Kupp. It's a good team, man. It's a good team. And I think they got a clear shot at the playoffs. I liked them in this game. I'm going Seattle. For weeks, I've been talking about the Rams. Ever since that loss to Carolina, man, I have not liked the team at all. It feels like there's been something wrong with them. Listen, if they win this week, if they win the Super Bowl, so be it. I was wrong. There's something just feels off to me, you know. The Rams have been riding this fraudulent wave for weeks now. And they've been holding on by a thread. And that proves true in the wild card when Carolina almost beat them. Last week when the Bears should have beat them, if not for a very aggressive coaching decision. Play call from Ben Johnson, an interception from Caleb Williams. And the weaknesses just scare the hell out of me. In Seattle, very tough environment, great fan base, very loud. The special teams issues in LA, the secondary, I just think they're going to get exposed. Expect a Rashid Shaheed touchdown return, kicker, punt, whatever it is. Get him out there. That's how you win the game. That's how you swing the momentum. And the Rams, like I said this last week. Listen, I've bet against them pretty much throughout the playoffs. Besides that Panthers game, which also scared me. They've just been riding the fraudulent wave. And unless you're a fan, and even the fans know there's been something off. Even a guy like Matthew Stafford, who you'd expect to be on his A game in the playoffs, really hasn't been. He really hasn't been. To end the year, he's thrown some weird interceptions. He hasn't really played a complete, full, pitch perfect, yeah, that's my veteran, he's won a Super Bowl type of game. He just hasn't, right? So last week he makes a huge clutch pass to Devontae Adams on the sideline, and that's phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, and he puts him in field goal position, and Thicker the kicker, you know, he knocks it down and they advance against a good Chicago team, absolutely, but Seattle's a different beast right now. What I will say is when you look at their previous two matchups in the regular season, the first one, Rams win, but I think Darnold had like a million turnovers. And I think they only lost by like a score, maybe 1 or 2 points. And then the next one, Rams have complete control, but the special teams, the issues, let Seattle back into the game. Shaheed with the big return. Darnold, ice in his veins in overtime, delivers. So expect it to be a close game. It's a divisional battle. You never know. This is the exact same as the regular season, right? You never know with those divisional battles. I don't care if Cleveland's playing Baltimore. Anything could happen, right? So anything can happen here. But I do like Seattle the way they've been trending. The last point I want to make about the Rams and Matthew Stafford. And let me explain myself after I make my big statement here. But I do think when you look at the game that we're about to watch, and when you consider legacies and everything, Matthew Stafford's legacy is on the line here in this game. Not in a will he make the Hall of Fame sense, because that's a slam dunk in my opinion. I think he is absolutely a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's won the Super Bowl, slapped that on the resume, and he's been one of the best passers of his generation. But is he going to be one of those guys on that list of the best to do it, the elite of the elites? Because right now he's not. And if he doesn't win this Super Bowl, if he doesn't get another major accolade under his belt, he's not going to be up there. Now, whether or not you believe that matters, I don't really care. I'm just saying what it is right now. For us to put Stafford in the discussion of I'll just say the elites, okay? I won't name names right now just because I don't want to start unnecessary controversy. But if we want to put him up there as one of the best, not just a Hall of Famer, but like one of those guys, this is a legacy-defining year. Another season with the Rams with Sean McVay. You could be the MVP. Imagine he wins the MVP at this age and the Super Bowl. We're talking about a whole different stratosphere for Matthew Stafford, man. Hall of Fame guarantee, absolutely. But also important for his legacy, I think. That's maybe a little bit underrated at this point for some people. But regardless, amazing career. Stafford could absolutely do it. He's a guy you got to trust in the playoffs regardless of if you're a Seahawks fan or a Rams fan. You got to be scared of Stafford, man. He is very, very good, lethal, and he is calm, composed under pressure. Expect him to have a big game with Devontae and Puka out there.